Well, we've got the bamboo printer going. It is going. Right now we are making spools for our small filament because guess what? They have to be bigger ones that fit up there in the AMS. So my smaller spools are getting transferred to these kind of spools. It's a lot of work, and I'm thinking after these, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm just going to go and buy spools of the colors that I need because I can use those smaller ones on my snap maker. Snap maker's got something printing right now. It's going to take 7 hours and 37 minutes, which is a huge, cool project. I am doing it's called a big fin squid. So, and I'm doing it in these colors that are just black and red. It's together, so it's kind of turned out really, really cool. Let me go sit this down. I'll be right back. I wanted to show you guys the dragon that we printed. How cool did this dragon turn out? Right? Super cool. I love the colors. The colors and just the iridescent. I mean, you can see the colors as you're turning it. This one's head does move. It moves around like this. It can stand. So like the feet right here can come in. These feet in the back can go down. So you got a really, really cool design there. And I'm sure I showed you guys the frog because I'm pretty sure I showed that when we were doing the bamboo setup. So the bamboo, like I said, is going. So right now we have 1 hour and 32 minutes left on this spool. This is the other side of the spool. So I'm making these spools because, like I said, these are the bigger ones. I'm going to show you guys what we've done, how we went from one to the other. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So, we took these little guys, these little spools. See how small they are? They are not wide enough to go in here because the way it pulls it, it was error coding out. So that was our biggest issue. We discovered that you have to have spools that are like this big. This is one that I printed with the gray, and you can see the yellow. It was on one of these, now is inside here. So we can change it up. But guys, it's a lot of work, and so to me it seems more efficient if I decided to do the colors on these bigger spools. Not that the spools can't be made, but I'm tying up the bamboo. I'm making spools, and that's literally all I've pretty much made on this, minus this cute little boat. This was one of the files. It's just a little tiny baby boat. And we did make bamboo. They said it was the bamboo logo, and I thought about putting magnets on the back and just use them as magnets. And we did print a scraper tool, but I have to buy the blade, the screws, and all that, and it goes into this. So that's really, really cool. So there's things that you can do. Obviously, it's preloaded. It has an SD card slot right here. It's a mini SD card. Well, guess what? It does not hook to a computer. I did not realize this when I bought it. I thought it was just like the snap maker, but it is not. So some pros and cons, not too bad. But I just wanted to, give you guys a heads up. So what I've got to do now is I'm downloading files from STL Flicks. It's a company that I bought a year's worth. I bought the commercial licensing so I can sell these. And I'm downloading files onto my computer. I'm unzipping them. If anybody knows anything about files, they come in a compressed file, so I have to unzip them. I only have one computer that has a zip reader on it. So I'm going to have to download them, put them into Dropbox, or in order to use them on the snap maker, or I can use them on the computer for the snap maker, which is fine. But I am going to have to put them on an SD card, a mini SD or micro SD card reader, or SD card. So I found an SD card that I have, so I'm going to put it in there. But guess what? My computer doesn't have an SD card slot, so I had to go and buy a SD card reader to put in the back of the computer. So there's things like this that maybe if you don't have it, it might not be worth investing. It's not that big a deal. It was only $10 off Amazon. I had one floating around my office, could not find it. Well, guess what? When this one showed up, I found it. And as you can see above me, I have my Ring camera so I can keep an eye on my snap maker. The bamboo actually has the camera on my phone, which is super cool. So I can send files using like my iPad over to the snap maker, or I mean to the Bamboo, and that would be fine. But I have to download with a QR code, so I'd have to find the QR code, which I'm not 100% sure on all of that. I haven't really played with it too much, so that's something that I'm going to be doing. But for the past 2 days, it has been printing almost nonstop. It's been printing these spools, like you can see right here. It's done in like in a grid pattern, and so they're really strong. They're really nice size spools. It came with these two, and then these are my two that I already had. So I was printing them with the gray, and I did 2 spools with gray, and I started eating into my gray, so I moved it over to white. These are super easy to install. There's a tab in here, and you push the tab forward, you push the filament in, and it just kind of feeds it. It'll start to kind of grab it, and it'll feed it. It is a little, it always gives me like a little, because I'm not used to that. My snap maker's not like that. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. It always makes me like freak out, like, oh my gosh, it's grabbing it, but it's supposed to do that. So these 2 colors, I have printed obviously some with that, because obviously you can see I did the green. So here's the trick. Whatever color you have here is going to be your primary color. These are going to be your other colors that you can use for if you have a multiple prints. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do like a bear, and your bear is going to be mostly brown. You're obviously going to want brown here, and then the accessory colors here. So just kind of keep that frame of mind, like kind of in, you know, in the back of your mind when you go to do it. I'm going to download some files. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do that. But when I do that, I'm going to have to take my iPad over there, because my iPad is sitting right here, so I can actually still see chat, because I don't want you guys to, you know, talk to me and I can't hear you. So, or see you, I mean, on there. So this is now pretty much full. That one over there is full. So I don't know if you guys can see them. They're both full. So I got a lot of filament. And now I'm going to have to buy a little bit more to be able to move them over here. We thought this was a great idea. Ooh, this is going to be super easy. It is not an easy task. Thankfully, my husband's been doing that for me. I've been printing these, and he's been rolling the spools. But it is time consuming, and it is holding up the printer, so I can't print any other designs. Right now, I'm trying to work on Scarefest stuff and things to put onto the website. Like I said, right now, I don't know, let me move this over so you guys can see the snap maker is printing. So this is a big fin squid. It's 42% complete. Show you guys that, 42% complete. And I'm doing it in this filament right here, which is half black, half red. So when I did the dragon, I did the dragon in a filament. So let me see if I can find the filament, guys. I'm pretty sure we stuck it back. Of course, it's in the far back. I did a filament that is partially blue, partially yellow, partially red, and it turned out like that. So it's kind of got like a blue iridescent. If you haven't seen it, this is the dragon. This is at 125%. When you get the file, it's at 100%. I actually could go a little bit bigger with this dragon because of the snap maker. Now, if I was making it on the Bamboo, I probably would have to go smaller with it because of the fact that the wingspan. Now, this one, instead of printing straight out like that, it printed with the tail curled, so that helped me be able to go a little bit bigger with this. This is a gift for my niece, and at first when I was printing it, guys, I wasn't a fan of the color. I'm not going to lie. I looked at it and thought, that's not going to look right. But as it went, and like I said, you can see the iridescent, how it kind of changes colors. It's super cool. And so that kind of made it so that I thought it looked really neat after it started kind of going and doing this. This dragon took 48 hours. It took 2 days to print this. So you guys can kind of get an idea of how these take, how long they take. Like I said, this frog, which is just one single color, it took over 11 hours, just over 11 hours. I think it was 11 hours and 10 minutes. But you can see the difference. And this is not multiple colors, it's just a multiple color filament. But the details on this are just phenomenal. And you can see like all the scales and the scales on the wings. This is a really cool dragon. And I'm going to probably print more of these because I'm going to put these on the website. Obviously, I would have to sell it for more than what I sold it the other one for at Comic-Con, because the other one was smaller. So I'm thinking that one would be about 22 to 25, depending on the details, depending on how long it takes, because I have to obviously charge for my time and the use of my filament and all of that stuff. You know, as a business owner, you got to charge for all of that. But right now I've got something in the dehydrator. Let me show you guys the dehydrator. This is our dehydrator. This works phenomenal for the ones that are sitting out with the snap maker. This does not have to be dehydrated because it's already kind of dehydrating it. It's keeping the moisture and the dust off of it. So that's kind of the perk with the bamboo. Now, however, when I pull them out and they're sitting out, then they need to go in the dehydrator. The dehydrator starts at 6 hours and it goes all the way up to 48 hours. This one I put on for 12 because I had a bunch of stuff to do today. So once it's done, I'll put it into the bag and I will seal it, suck all the air out, do all that stuff. Our little dehydrator, or dehumidifier, I mean, is right here, and it is starting to work. It's starting to pick up some water. We got a little bit of moisture in the bottom, which tomorrow we have thunderstorms coming into Kentucky. 2 days worth of thunderstorms, so it's going to be really humid. That little guy is going to be working its little tail off, I'll tell you that. Right now I also have my time-lapse camera is going, so it's printing this one. I have a bunch of time-lapse videos on here that I need to pull off. They come in an AMS file, and then I have to take them and put them in Photoshop and transfer them to a MP4 file so that I can upload them onto YouTube. It won't even save on the computer properly if it's not the right file. Again, I have a reader that I read all of the temperature. Right now, guys, it is currently over here by the snap maker. It is 84 degrees. That is warm. And I have the AC on in the house. I have the fans going. It's 84, and the humidity is about 55%. And that's kind of a little high, but it's not too bad. The heat coming off of these machines is crazy. It's really hot right now. And I am one of those people that is always cold. Like, I get cold very easy. I am roasting over here by these printers. And when I have my WeCreate going, which is a laser cutter, which this phone is actually sitting on, it gets pretty warm in here. So just kind of think about that kind of thing if you don't have a lot of ventilation, or your room is really humid, or it's really like damp, like in a basement, which is going to be the humidity, or you don't have like air flowing. You're going to want to put some fans in because it's going to get warm, and it's going to get warm quick. You don't think it's pumping that, but I mean, at the bed at 205 degrees Celsius, that's hot. And this one's enclosed, but you can still feel the heat coming off it. Not too bad. I mean, you can touch it. It doesn't burn. You know, it's not like that. But this one, you touch that bed, it's going to burn you if you hold your finger down too long. So let me move the phones over here. The phone and the iPad. Let me lift this up. I know, guys, I'm going to jar you a little bit. Sorry. So let me grab my iPad. I'm just going to grab the whole stand so I can see chat. Okay. Hold on, guys. I got to sit this down here. Okay. And let's see where we're going to put this. All right. Let's sit the iPad. Hold on. Ugh. Let's see if it'll sit up here. Oh, it will. All right. Awesome. There, I can see chat. If you are popping in, say hello so I know that you guys are here. Obviously, the lighting in here it's bright. Those are new lights that we put in, and I love them because they have fans in them. So they're amazing. Okay. So as I was talking to you guys, I have a program which I do. It's called STL FLIX. So STL Flix. They have, you can do it monthly, you can do it yearly, or you can do it for a lifetime. I did the year because I was like, is it going to be worth me paying the lifetime? I will tell you this right now, it's totally worth paying the lifetime. But I pay a little bit more because I bought the commercial licensing. I have to have the commercial licensing to sell it. So if you're just making things just for fun, then you wouldn't have to have that. So let's close this out real quick. I am working on these are, let me move the camera here. And then I'm going to flip the camera around. You guys can see. See these? These are called stitch containers. So I just did this one. This one is the Love, what does it say here? It says Love Q Pig Container. Hold on, let me see if you guys, I don't know why it is being blurry. That is driving me crazy. I don't know what is going on with this and why it's not focusing. Come on, focus, 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 focus. Okay, that's not going to work because you guys are going to get sick if you guys are watching this. So let me show you how or tell you how I do this. And then we'll go back over there by the printers. Okay, so I copy the name and then I put it into a file folder. Right now I have it under my business file. It's under STL files, and then I obviously do whatever category it is. So right now it's called Stitched Love Storage. So I'm going to create a folder. Now let's see if I can get it to do it. Let's see if I can get it to... Why in the... There we go. Okay, you guys can see I created a new folder. And I am going to paste the name. So there's the Love Q Pig Container. Hit enter so it saves it. And then I'm going to put that down. So now I'm going to go here. I'm going to download file instructions. It says / instructions. You get files and PDFs. It's still kind of blurry, guys. So I'm kind of walking you through it. So you always click, I always click files because I don't need the PDF. The files are going to give you the PDF anyway. And the PDF is basically your instructions, or if you go on there and you can show a picture, so then you can upload it onto your website if you have a website, or upload it so people can see the picture. If you are going to create these and then, you know, as people order them. Sorry guys, I had to take a sip. If people are ordering them, then that's, you know, that's how that's going to work. So now I downloaded it. It's complete. So now I'm going to go back into my Stitched Love storage, go in here, and I'm just going to save it. And you can see it's a compressed file. So because it's a compressed file, when you click on this, you can see it zipped. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see the little zipper? Okay, so you're going to click on that little zipper. Actually, I need to do this with the D&D dice holders. And I'm going to copy it. And then all I do is just paste it out here with the zip file. And there's the files. Now, what's really cool about this company is they actually have one that says Bamboo Lab. That one is created specifically for the bamboo. Don't use that on any other kind of STL file or STL reader 3D printer, because the bamboo, what it's doing is the multiple colors that are shown over here in this picture, it's going to print those. So it's going to stop, pull the spool back, bring this next spool in, and do it like that. So that's why the bamboo ones are super important for the bamboo printer. So I'm going to take this little SD card right here, and I'm going to put only bamboo files on it. So when I go to put this little SD card into the machine, it'll be only for that. So I'm going to show you guys again how I unzip files. So you can see I literally spent all day yesterday, no joke guys, 12 hours sitting here unzipping file after file after file. It was a lot. So this is a Dragon Fortress can holder dice tower. It's zipped. Again, I'm going to just kind of select all of them, copy them, go back, and I'm going to paste them. And I'm going to show you guys these cool files in just a second. See how it gives me the Adobe right there. Okay, so let me show you guys these really cool dice. All right, we're going to go back in here. Okay, so you can see all of these files. I mean, let me zoom this back here. Look at this. This is like file after file after file. Okay, I'm going to try and get the camera to focus so that you guys can actually see. I've already done the fairy houses. I'm kind of going through each one and kind of downloading the files so that I have them. These are the ones, it's called Roll If You Can. So I put these under my D&D file because a lot of people are really big into the dice. So you can see these. How cool is it? It also holds a can So it's a can holder plus a dice holder, which you throw the dice down into the back, down this part of the snake, and it comes out the snake's mouth. This one is, you toss them on the side and they fall out. So if you are playing Dungeons and Dragons or games that you use dice, these are super cool. Plus they hold your drink. So I call these dice drink holders, basically. So again, that one is a little bit different. It's kind of plain, and so I probably wouldn't charge as much as I would for like something like this one, because it's a lot of detail, it's a lot of filament. And again, you throw the dice down in, it looks like a cup. It's pretty cool, right? So we have all of these files available to me because I have the year subscription. So over here at the top, you can see it says drops. These are all of the drops and they do new drops a lot. I just did these Find the Easter Egg ones right here at the top, number 2. These are showing you basically what's popular right now in this category or whatever. This is the Find the Easter Egg, and these are super cool. Look at these eggs. And they open up and they have storage inside. I think these are super cool. And then multiple colors, multiple different designs. You can see this one looks stitched. These ones are Cocoa swirled. This one right here is a silk draped egg, and you open it at the bottom. So you can put like things inside that. That one's super cool. And that's kind of the one that I think I'm going to print with the snap maker, because it's one solid color. It doesn't need to be multicolor. And none of these really need to be multicolor, except this one. This one is super cool. Look, it looks like it's carved, and it's got super cool carved design in it, and I think that's just awesome. So these ones that are ornate, like this one, these would definitely be a bamboo custom, unless I wanted to paint them, which I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't. But if there's more, it would tell you more. But you can also go up here to the top. Let me show you right here. Right up there. I know it's blurry. Sorry. And you can type in whatever you're looking for. So if you're looking for Halloween, let's type that in up here at the top, so you guys can see. Oh, hold on, guys. Oh, it helps if I spell it right. Alright, so now I've got Halloween up there, and now everything Halloween's going to come up. These are super cool. But because, see how it says resin right here? I don't want resin because I don't have a resin printer. So I'm going to go over here to the printer type, and I'm going to go filament, and it's going to show me everything that is filament. Now this is also filament, so that works. But you got like the masks, and these masks, guys, are 3 files per mask because they're large, medium, and small. So it's a lot with these, and this is what took me so long yesterday, and I didn't even finish it, to be honest. I didn't even do half of these. I kind of stopped with things like this instead of doing that, because I was just like, this is just too much. So let me turn the camera back around. All right, now we're going to walk back over to the printer, and we're going to see what we're doing. Okay, so thank you guys for all that patience. I know it is a little crazy because the camera wanted to be blurry, which I don't understand, but you know, hey, we're going with it, right? Okay, so I'm going to get you guys a little bit closer so you guys can see the details on the squid. It's called the big fin squid, and each piece is going to be moving separately, so that's super cool. And now I'm going to bring you guys over here so you guys can see it's printing. Now the bamboo, as you can see, the bamboo kind of goes a little bit faster, guys. It is crazy how fast it goes, but it also depends on the file. So if I was doing something with a lot of detail, I'm sure it would go a lot slower. Where the snap maker is kind of just, it does its thing. I'm okay with it going the way it goes because it is what it is. However, my snap maker's already made me some money because I've sold a bunch of 3D prints. I've made a bunch of 3D prints, and so I'm extremely happy with it. At first, I was not. Now, user-friendly wise, the bamboo is a lot more user-friendly. It comes out of the box pretty much ready to go. I will tell you this right now, the 15 minutes not so much. If I had to, give a review, I'm putting this back in the phone holder, guys. If I had to give a review on the 15-minute thing, I would say no. Because of the fact that, one, you have to have it downloaded on your phone. Two, this little SD card, if you don't have a computer, how are you going to get it printed onto your SD card? However, or put onto your SD card. However, they do make SD card readers for like cell phones and your iPads and things like that. I fortunately have multiple computers because I have multiple machines that have to have computers. So I'm pretty lucky there. But I have one machine or one computer that only unzips other than my iPad. Obviously your phone's going to unzip. Usually your phone does unzip right away. So think about it like that. Also, what I like about this is the screen is a little bit smaller than the SnapMaker, which is something I'm not a big fan of, but I like that you can hit the OK button and it lights back up. It doesn't stop it. You can pause it. You can also stop it on your phone. I did that actually the other day. I was downstairs. It went to print the same scraper. It was just the opposite side. So we hit stop downstairs and it stopped. The machine was done, from my phone. So that was really, really nice. That was a really good perk because the SnapMaker, if the SnapMaker messes up, I got to be here to fix it, or I've got to just let it do its thing and then come back to it. And I have actually, yesterday, I was printing the head, and the head kept getting bumped by the heat element on there, which is called the hot end, and it totally messed the head up. So I had to put the head back on there with a brim, which is the surround piece, instead of a skirt, which is just a single line. A brim goes around it, probably out about this far, all the way around it to prevent it from doing that. So there's things that you're going to learn if you're doing 3D printing that I had to learn kind of the hard way. But other than that, it was almost done. It was literally 16 minutes away from being done. Super bummed. It was very disheartening, but it is what it is. But again, on the reviews on this, I would tell you guys that this is more user-friendly, only because when it has these things already in it, and you have the filament filled in or put in the AMS unit, which if you wanted to, you could put one in back here, and it's just a single one like the SnapMaker. And I could buy more, just so you know, I could buy more things for the SnapMaker, and the SnapMaker does have a head that has 2 hot ends on it, but it is $400, and I am not going to spend that on one little tiny head piece. But these are so much easier to put in here and feed in. Where with the SnapMaker, when you go to feed it, it kind of like slowly pulls it, and you kind of got to watch it come out of the hot end. This does it all on its own. It also, when it changes colors, like when it did these, it literally stopped and did the gray, and then came back and did, more of the green. So when it does that, it changes itself, which is super, super cool. That's if you have the AMS unit. If you don't have the AMS unit, it's not going to change. You're going to have to change it yourself. So if you're just wanting to do single colors, or you're wanting to do multicolor filament, you don't necessarily need the AMS unit. However, I'm not probably ever going to put multicolored filament in here unless I'm only going to do, let's just say I've got a red and green and I want black added to it as accents, then I probably would. But again, you want to start with this one. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can add onto it. You can add 4 of these units on. I think that's crazy, seeing how this is not that big of a unit. To me, that doesn't seem worth the money, because this piece right here is an extra like $200 and some. So, you got to weigh your pros and cons. I think this one will be plenty for me. I'm not going to mass produce anything. I'm going to print things that I'm going to put on the website, or I'm going to sell at conventions, and it's going to be good. So again, if you have 3D printers and you have the filament, guys, you got to learn. I'm going to show you guys what I use. You're going to have to learn just like I kind of had to learn. I thought you could open them up. All the filament could be open. It could be sitting out on your desk. Well, we were having a huge problem where it was like liquefied so much so that it was not adhering, and we were wondering, is it the machine? And it actually was not. It was the filament, because the filament was getting so much moisture in it. So I bought these off of Amazon, not affiliated with any of this, guys, but I bought this off Amazon, and you just basically are vacuum sealing it. If you have a vacuum sealer, you can do the same thing. And it comes with the silica packs to keep the moisture out of that filament. And these, I'm telling you right now, are worth their weight in gold. I absolutely love this machine. It's rechargeable. I'm grabbing the actual thing. It's rechargeable. It's little. It's something that doesn't take up a lot of room. You can put them on subscription if you have Amazon Prime. I do, so I have mine on subscription every month. It's going to send me. And at first I thought, well, that's a lot of bags. There's 30 bags in there. That's a lot of bags every month. And then I realized how many bags I was going through. It's actually not that much. However, another thing, another little tip for you guys, keep your filament rolls. If you are done with these are ones that we did. Obviously, we took the color off of them. These were how little they were. And that's how they filled this piece. So it filled it pretty good. I mean, you can see inside. There's quite a bit of filament in there. And so keep these though, because one, you can recycle them. But two, if you have another machine where you can have little rolls, these can be reused over and over and over. So just kind of keep that in mind. I also have some that are cardboard, specifically so that I can recycle them. And those actually can be reused a couple times too, as long as the cardboard's not bent. However, when you go to vacuum seal it, you kind of got to watch that, because I did notice when I was doing the cardboard, the vacuum seal was kind of pulling, because I was sucking so much air out. It was pulling down, so it was kind of bent a little bit. So you got to kind of keep that in mind too. I have a couple of these now floating around the office, so I will be doing stuff with these. You can also resell them if some people buy them, and they turn them into lights. At first I was like, what? They take rice paper or some kind of paper and put it around here. They run like an LED light strip inside, and then they stick the cord through, and now you have a little light. They're kind of cool. I saw them. They're kind of neat. Just different ways to recycle, because like I said, guys, I am really big on recycling and reusing as much as I possibly can, especially as a small business, because every dime is going to make a huge difference. And we have more recycle bins at our home than we have. We have one trash can and 3 recycle bins, or 4 recycle bins. I'm not 100% sure. But I have multiple recycle bins in my office. I have multiple, I think I have 1 trash can, and all the rest are recyclable. So just kind of, give you a heads up on how we do things over here. It doesn't mean you have to do it that way. I'm just trying to give you some little tips and tricks. So we have printed quite a few prints on my snap maker. We sold almost all of them, and part of me was super excited because I was like, they're going, and somebody's taking them and they're going to love them. But another part of me was like, oh, I made that and maybe I wanted to keep it, but that is not what I'm in the business for. Can't keep everything that I make. Believe me, there are times where I want to, but you can't do that. Oh, hold on just 1 second. This is another print that came with the bamboo. This is another print that I printed. It's just a little tray, and it's a double layered tray that you can use for like trinkets and things like that. That was just one of the files that was already on the bamboo. So right now, currently, I don't have any of my files that I just downloaded onto this yet, because the SD card has only got, it actually has nothing on it. I put it in, it has, obviously, the SD card information. I put it on, hold on, let me set this over here. I put it into my computer the other day just to look, and under models, which is where you would want to put the files, there was nothing. There was not a single thing on there. So it does not, it comes with some pre-programmed files. It does come with some that are like a squishy turtle, a 3D dinosaur puzzle. I did not print any of those because I've been printing the spools. This has 59 minutes left on it till it's done, and then I'm done printing spools. I'm going to start doing actual projects. Tomorrow is, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but I lost my sister in January, so tomorrow is her birthday, and so because I can't obviously celebrate it with her anymore, we're just going to do a little bit of celebrating here. Unfortunately, I also cannot go see my extended family because I'm down here. And we have some severe weather coming, so we're just going to kind of hunker down. I'm probably not going to work at all in the office this weekend, to be honest. I might have things going on the printers, but for the most part, I'm not going to work in here. I'm going to get some other things done around the house, like some organization things. My OCD is going a little crazy, and I need to get this stuff done. It's like a list in my head. So I can come back here and start working. Monday is St. Patrick's Day, so I will not be live Monday. I've always celebrated St. Patrick's Day ever since I was a little kid. And obviously you guys can see my nails are St. Patrick's Day themed. So, yeah, big on the St. Patrick's Day. I've decorated the whole house in St. Patrick's Day stuff. But Tuesday, I have a chiropractor appointment, but I might go live on Tuesday, and I might go live on Wednesday, and I might go live on Friday. So I might give you guys a couple extra lives while I'm printing on the bamboo and I'm printing on the snap maker. So you guys can kind of see how fast one's going, how slow the other one's going, or vice versa. I might do a print on each that is the same print, so you can kind of see what the difference is with them. Now this one will tell you obviously the time, just like the snap maker tells me the time. The screen on the snap maker is pretty good size. I showed you guys that. It is the size of like almost a cell phone. This one is a lot smaller, so that's one of the downfalls I would say from the bamboo compared to the snap maker screen. But what I love about this is that I can control it with my phone. That is pretty cool. At first I was not happy. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very upset because I'm so used to doing it with a computer. I'm so used to unzipping a file and just being able to fling it over to the snap maker, and the snap maker goes. This is a lot different. I've got to do it on an SD card. I just kind of have to make a little workaround. So I have been just kind of, working in the office, getting things done. I am going to print some little, I'm going to find some files that I can print for this, because this does a thing in the back where it changes the filament and it drops these all over the back behind the thing. This is actually called filament poop, is what they call it. But I need like a container that I can toss them into, because I went back there the other day and I forgot all about it. I had gray, I had white, I had green, I had all these different colors, and they were just all spooled up together. And I have power cords back there, so I don't really want to do anything like that, but it is what it is. So there's just some little things that I want to print. Someone said something about the bottom of here, but I think the bottom little tray thing, I think that, honest to God, guys, and I don't normally say that, but I think it's not worth me printing, because the filament that falls down here, I just suck it out with my shop vac, because I have a shop vac in here for the We Create that I pick up all of the wood shavings. So maybe what we'll do is on Tuesday, if I go live after my chiropractor appointment, depends on the day, guys. I definitely will be live next Wednesday, because Wednesdays and Fridays are my days that I want to go live. But I might show you guys also the We Create again, let you guys kind of see how that works. We are going to work some of these machines probably at the same time, so it might get a little warm in here. And so I definitely will have to have the AC on and fans going and all of that. We've got some more projects that we're going to be working on for Scarefest. That's why I was downloading Halloween stuff like masks, things like that. If you are going to be in the Lexington area during Scarefest, or you're going to be at Scarefest, guys, come on by my booth. I'm pretty sure my booth number is 168, but it's getting like all situated right now, so it's a little up in the air. But if you guys are coming to Scarefest and you guys want to pop in and see us, we would be more than happy to say hello and show you guys all of our projects. I might do a live the day that we set up for Scarefest, because we get to set up the day before and show you guys kind of how we set up our booth, what we're doing. So I have these collapsible bookcases that literally fold flat. They're probably like this wide, and they're 5 shelves. They're 5 shelves. They're on wheels. They lock. And I'm going to do at least one shelf of all 3D prints, one shelf of all D&D dice, and the other 2 will be like other products that we have, tumblers, things like that. And the craziest thing at Comic-Con was dice were selling, the 3D prints were selling, and coasters, which I make these ceramic coasters. You guys saw me do that on another video. If you haven't caught the videos, because they are getting deleted off Twitch after so long, you can catch them on my YouTube channel. I have them all there. You can go over there and watch multiple videos. You can speed them up if you want, if they're taking too long. But I was showing you guys how I was doing tumblers, how I was doing coasters. Those were big sellers, and to me, I was thinking it was going to be more of the tumblers, because they're superhero related, or they were going to be the metal signs, because those are really cool. They were not. It just depends on who is there shopping, guys. That's how it works. So I'm just bringing the same stuff that I always bring, variants of the same stuff, because I'm obviously not going to bring exactly the same things. So we will be printing, working with the bamboo and the snap maker from now on. So you guys will get to see those videos. I have a bunch. I have probably at least 5 time-lapse videos that I am going to put onto YouTube, and then you guys can watch them there. I will also probably post some lives on Facebook. I'm trying to move kind of off of Facebook and use more of Twitch and YouTube. I do Instagram, I do all of that, and I have a link so you can follow all of that. You can follow me, you can follow the Beating with PTSD, you can follow me with the Fox, you can do all of that kind of stuff. It's all under that one link. It pulls up on a phone or a computer or an iPad, and you can literally go in and click. The shopping links are at the top, and then the social media links are at the bottom. There's not very many shopping links. I'm an affiliate with a couple different companies, so as an affiliate or an ambassador for that brand, those are all up there as well. And Riverstone Cottage Gifts is at the top, because obviously that is my company. So, I mean, I do a lot of different things under the Riverstone Cottage Gift umbrella. I am not going to keep you guys. I am starting to get a little bit of a sore throat due to the weather change. I've been talking for 43 minutes almost, and so I'm starting to get a sore throat. But I wanted to do a little bit longer than a 20-minute video to show you guys what's going on. And obviously you guys can see that bamboo is starting to get, I mean, it's got 52 minutes left, but it's starting to get the bottom of this done. And then it'll go around and make the design around that, and then it'll go up and do the middle. So it is working. It is up and running. Thankfully, we've got it up and going. And so at first I was very, very frustrated with it, but I need to learn patience. That's the key. And good luck trying to teach me patience. But anyway, so you guys have a fabulous weekend. If it's raining or if it's cold where you are, please stay warm and dry. If it's warm where you are lucky, and enjoy it. And if you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day, I hope you guys have a fabulous St. Patrick's Day. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right, don't forget to watch the YouTube videos. The link is in my profile on Twitch. YouTube videos are where it's going to be able to, you can watch multiple. Like, you can watch the unboxing video if you missed it. I think it's still in the Twitch platform, but it will get deleted. There's some on there where I was showing you guys live how to do coasters and tumblers, and so that's all the sublimation stuff. We will be doing DTF, because I've got to get the DTF printer kind of pulled through, so there's going to be some projects with DTF, and you guys can see how that works, because I've never shown that live. I've never shown you guys behind the scenes with that. I've never shown it, period, on social media, I don't think. I might have done, like, pictures, but that's pretty much it. And I'll show you guys how you can, like, work with DTF, and how you can convert a printer to DTF. Maybe you'll have better luck and your printer will print white. Mine will not. So you guys have a fabulous night or day, or wherever you guys are watching this from. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for following Riverstone Cottage Gifts. And welcome to the Riverstone Cottage Gift family. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.